It's Friday. Pacers won game one of the NBA Finals off Tyrese Halliburton's last second shot. So we're up heading into the weekend, which is sick. Today, I'm going to break down my Shopify SEO strategy build framework / structure. So I'm going to walk you through kind of like every single step I take to go from zero to top of page one from a technical, content, and link perspective. This is not just like talking head video. I have like a huge diagram I'm going to show you guys and kind of walk through every single element of it. So stick around for the whole thing. This is going to be a good video. All right. So I have mapped out pretty much A to Z on how I look at a Shopify store, whether it's a new one, an existing one, a huge one, whatever, how I look at it. And I kind of simplify everything into different buckets and build a strategy from there to take them to the top of page one and help them grow their organic search revenue. If you are doing SEO for your own brand, this is really helpful to kind of simplify and streamline things. If you are looking for an SEO to do SEO for your brand, like an agency like myself, this will give you an exact window into exactly how I think about things and how I would look at your store, okay? This is exactly the strategy I take for the framework I use for pretty much every single brand, okay? So let's start with the most boring stuff. Let's get into technical. We'll get into content after, and then we'll get into links, okay? So technical, way over here, okay? First off, run a crawl, SEMrush, Ahrefs, Screaming Frog, combination of all three, one of the three, whatever, I don't care. That's the first thing I'll do. I'll pretty much start the crawl and then I will move on to content while it's crawling, okay? I'm also gonna check Google Search Console for notifications, any indexing issues, broken links, any of that kind of stuff, okay? Now, I don't do this for my agency, right? I have a developer that does this. I've got a team that does this. I don't get involved in this kind of stuff, okay? However, if you're doing it, again, plug your entire site into SEMrush, Ahrefs, Screaming Frog, walk away, start looking at the other pages, like start looking at the content bucket, start looking at the link bucket, because if you have a big site, it's going to take a lot of crawl. If you've got a small site, it'll take a few minutes, whatever. Go get a coffee, go get a beer, whatever. But when you come back, like sit through and kind of sort through the notifications. Now, I have talked a lot, extensively, about how much I hate technical SEO. Now, I don't hate it. I shouldn't say I don't like it, but my issue is really that you will have diminishing returns the more time you spend on technical SEO in 99% of cases, okay? There are some sites that just crash and burn because their technical SEO sucks. It happens, right? It doesn't happen a lot on Shopify, but it happens. It happens on like custom builds more often than not. But even if you're pretty bad at technical SEO, like you can still be pretty damn effective at Shopify SEO. So anyways, you are looking for three big core issues here. Broken index, non-index pages that should be, cannibalization, okay? Use SEO Gets for cannibalization reports. That is an app I've been using like crazy. It is basically Search Console on steroids, made by my friend Matt Mellinger. Check it out. It's free. Fix the major issues. Do not get bogged down, okay? Broken links, indexing, cannibalization. That is what you are worried about, okay? Issue number one, action it in the first 72 hours. Issue number two, action it in the first 72 hours. Issue number three, also action it in the first 72 hours. Don't run an audit and then wait like a month to get around to it, because you'll just be building content on top of a bad system, okay? Yes, I say technical SEO is not important, but there are these three elements that you should take care of very quickly because they're not hard. Like just do it. It's grunt work and it sucks, but just do it quickly so you can get on to the fun stuff, okay? Then you have 50 feet of crap. Finding out that a lot of Moneyball analogies actually apply to the way I think about SEO, okay? And then you've got issue number 11, okay? Ignore these for the next 3 months at least, okay? You fix your broken links, you take care of your cannibalization, you take care of your pages that aren't getting indexed or pages that are getting indexed they shouldn't be, so like duplicate thin content kind of pages. Take care of all that stuff and then move on, okay? Core Web Vitals, move on. Page speed, move on. Schema, you could add that to issue number 4. Like schema's a pretty easy thing, especially if you got plugins. So like I'll even consider that like issue number 3, let's say. You could put in schema if you don't have it, or fix it if you have it but it's not working or whatever. There's apps that do it. ChatGPT can do it. There's tons of free browser website plugins that do it for free. Schema's easy, okay? Don't get bogged down. Just do the damn thing in the first day or 3 days if you're slow, and then get on from there, okay? That is technical SEO, okay? We're done with technical SEO, all right? Now, on to content here. Now, We've grouped content into pretty much new and existing, okay? I'm going to start with existing. So existing, you're going to use Google Search Console or SEO Gets, okay? If your site has been up for more than, let's say, 3 months, you have enough Google Search Console data that you will not probably need to use SEMrush for keyword research for your existing pages on your site. Seriously, probably don't, okay? So anyway, once you've used this tool, you're going to set filters in Search Console or SEO Gets. Again, I'm using these interchangeably because the tools do the same thing. SEO Gets is Search Console data, okay? It's free. Go check it out. Seriously, it's sick. And he's not, I'm not promoting that tool. I mean, I am, but it's like not getting paid. It's just a cool tool. Anyway, you're going to set filters in Search Console or SEO Gets for products, for collections, and blogs, okay? So pages that include products, like /products, and for Shopify owners, this will be all of your URL structures. URLs that include collections and URLs that include blogs, okay? Now, if you went crazy and built collections with like the /pages URL, or you put blogs under /pages, you will also need to filter for those too, right? But that's like a very small percentage of Shopify owners that did that, okay? For products, determine your target keyword for the page, then optimize. This is simple as pulling, set the filter for products, pages that include products, export to a sheet, which is very easy, both tools. Sort by, go to the pages view, not the queries view, go to the pages view, sort by impressions or clicks, or probably impressions. If you're like, impressions are going to give you more data if you're like not getting much traction, because you're going to have like 2 or 3 clicks on a product. You're going to have like 100, you're going to have like multiple hundred or multi-thousand impressions. So like impressions are probably better to start with just because there's more of them and you're going to have more data points to make better decisions on. Okay. Anyway, sort page by like impressions, figure out like which keyword matches up with each page, map it like each keyword to a product page, optimize accordingly. Okay. I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you know how to optimize a product page. If not, I've got several videos on my channel and there are 1,000 free guides out there to go optimize product pages, or how to optimize product pages. I'm not going to walk you through that in this video, okay? Same thing with collections, okay? I just dropped a video like 2 days ago on collection page optimization, and I've done it 100 times. Also, I'm not going to walk you through that in this video, okay? But again, set filter, pages that include collections, determine the target keyword for each existing page on your site, then optimize it. Very simple, okay? I do these in buckets. Like literally, this is how I operate. I will just go into Search Console, product filter, map out every single keyword for each product. Then I move on to collections. Okay. Then I move on to blogs. Okay. Now, every product, every collection, every blog, is it going to be worth optimizing? Hell no, right? There are products that will never see the light of day. Maybe they cost $5. Maybe no one's searching for them. That's fine. Don't optimize those, right? If you've got a big product catalog, and I'm talking like 100 plus SKUs, there's probably like 10 or 20 products that are actually going to ever rank. The other 80 to 90 probably never going to see the light of day, quite frankly. Collection wise, if you've got like some like collection pages that like you built for like an email campaign, like a 30% off collection or a bestsellers, these quite frankly don't have any keyword value, and they should not be included in your SEO strategy. You can ignore them, you can canonicalize them, you can no index them, but you don't have to optimize them. Okay, like unless you're targeting a keyword with a page, just skip it. Okay, blogs, same thing. Blogs are a little bit more complex because like a lot of you, myself included, brands I work with, have written blogs for like years, right? Most of the time, there's like 5 or 10 blogs that are really good, and then there's like 100 that suck. Not a knock on you. Kind of a knock on you, just really what happened, okay? You have to decide if the blogs are worth keeping, okay? If it regularly drives organic traffic, keep it and optimize it. Very simple, right? So if it's ranked number 1, like don't touch it, right? Like you could probably add some more internal links, get some more leverage out of it, but you don't really need to touch it. If it ranks like middle of page 1, bottom page 1, yeah, refresh it. Add some more content, some more internal links to it, whatever, just make it better. That's easy, right? And when I say regularly drives organic traffic, we're talking like, let's call it 10 plus clicks a month. Like that's what I would consider regularly driving traffic, okay? If it's less than 10, you will be moving into the unsure bucket here, okay? 3 kind of options, and I kind of threw these together when I made this map, but it's not a perfect system, but it's pretty good. Is it top of funnel? If it's top funnel, and no, it doesn't get traffic, just archive and redirect it to the relevant traffic page most relevant traffic page on site. So this is called pruning. Basically, you're getting rid of pages that don't drive traffic. You're effectively improving the overall like quality score of your website because you're basically trimming the fat, right? If a page isn't getting traffic, it's worthless to you. It's worthless to Google. If you get rid of it, the overall average quality of your pages remaining improves, right? If it's top funnel and yes, it does get traffic, great. Determine target keyword for a page and optimize it, right? Like we go from here to here, right? Now, top funnel was like a weird one. Yeah. Top funnel, the reason I say like if it doesn't get traffic, like just scratch it. If it does get traffic, you're gonna be competing with AI overviews, but you still have leverage with internal links if it's at the top of page one, which is why it's worth determining the target page of the keyword and then optimizing accordingly. If it cannibalizes with a product or collection, archive and redirect it to a relevant traffic page. Again, prune it. This is really common. I see, like just this week, I've seen brands who have done like built collections for like best product type, and they also wrote a blog, best product type, and they're the same damn keywords. You can't have a blog and a collection targeting the same thing. Pick one and get rid of the other one, okay? In this case, like if a blog was cannibalizing against a collection, like best protein powder blog was cannibalizing against best protein powder collection, I would get rid of the blog, I would archive it, and I would redirect it to the collection page. That way Google knows, hey, this is the only page we have left for this keyword, okay? Doesn't get traffic, whether it's top, middle, bottom funnel, scrap it, okay? Again, prune it. Now, I want to note here, doesn't get traffic is kind of relative in the sense that if you published a blog a week ago and you're now looking at this audit, yeah, it probably doesn't have any traffic. Give it some more time. For the sake of this argument, for the sake of this evaluation, let's say anything that's 2 to 3 months old is fair game. Anything less than that, we should give it a little bit more time to see what happens, okay? But if it's like a year old and it doesn't drive any clicks or like hardly any, scrap it, okay? Okay, that's existing content. Products, collections, blogs. Straightforward, right? Now, on to new content. Now, for this, you will use SEMrush, Ahrefs, or ChatGPT, or some combination of all three, or any other keyword research tool you really please. Okay, I use SEMrush and ChatGPT. I'm using ChatGPT more, but it's really for ideation. You should not be relying on ChatGPT for search volume by any means necessary. That's stupid. But I will tell you, it's way easier to like just have a conversation with ChatGPT and say, like, hey, I want to do this. I'm thinking about this. Can you give me some ideas? And then you can kind of riff off that and then take it to SEMrush and find your keywords a lot easier. What this will do with ChatGPT is it's going to open your eyes beyond like your core keyword, right? I always talk about creating like auxiliary collections or like collections that are kind of like outside your keyword frame. So, like protein powder, for example, right? Like you wouldn't even think about creating a collection for gifts for power lifters, for example, if you just like looked in SEMrush and ran like your standard keyword research flow. Like, probably not, because you're looking for anything that includes protein. You're not really thinking out of that box. ChatGPT can help you kind of reframe it, right? I showed you guys in a video, the fashion video, like, hey, how can I reframe this? I couldn't have that conversation with SEMrush, and I could do it in my mind. It just would take a damn long time. Okay, so go watch the how to build a fashion SEO strategy. That'll give you some ideas on how to talk to ChatGPT about new keyword ideas. Okay, now new content. You'll notice there's only 2 buckets here: collections and blogs. I'm assuming you're not going to build new products. If you do, pick a keyword, optimize it. Pretty straightforward stuff, right? Collections, let's start there. That's the fun stuff. Use any of the above tools, again, SEMrush, Ahrefs, ChatGPT, to find collection page keywords that you haven't yet targeted. Again, get creative, use the collection page structure I shared in like 2 videos ago, internal links between it, which is also detailed in that video, and then indexing tool, publishing at scale. Okay, it's pretty hard. I'm working on like DR60 e-com stores right now, like 2 of them, and we're even having trouble getting pages indexed, just publishing and linking. So you're going to probably have to use an indexing tool to get that done, especially if you're publishing like 10, 20 at a time. Okay, so find one that works for you, go from there. Okay. Again, get creative, gifting collections, products for a specific ICP, like get creative on your collections. Okay. But create as many as you can, internally link them, get them indexed, and you're off to the races. Okay. Blog content. I'm not going to cover blog content, but I would defer to this video that I did 3 days ago. These are the 4 kinds of blogs I recommend. Okay. you versus competitor, competitor alternatives, best product category. Again, this I noted with the cannibalization just a minute ago. Whether you create a collection or blog article will depend on the SERP. Just see what's working and replicate that. Again, don't create both. You'll have cannibalization. You'll know if you should create a blog or a collection for a best product category type keyword based on the search result for that keyword. If I search best eye serum for women over 50 and the top 3 results are category style pages, then I'm going to create a collection page. If the top 3 are blogs, I'm going to create a blog. Very simple. Okay. And then the other one is like just overall buying guide. Again, I'm not going to run through this whole damn thing. Just go watch the video. But again, I'm deferring to the blog articles if you want to create new ones. The good news is with these 4, keyword research is going to be a damn breeze. You don't have to go find all these keywords and use you can do topical maps. They kind of work. They do work in certain niches. But again, you can really streamline your competitor research or your keyword research for blog content by just naming your competitors, and you've got 30 articles. If you have 10 competitors just covering these, you will have 35 articles. More than enough. Okay. Again, not going to cover that. Just go watch the video. Last up, backlinks. Okay. Determine your budget. Okay. For us, it's depends on the client, but it's usually about 1,000 to 2,000, depending on the client, a month. Okay. That's already built in our retainer. Determine your target pages and link app. I would pick 2 to 4 pages in total. Probably your homepage is one of them. If you're a new site, your homepage is your only target page, without a doubt. If you're a more established site, homepage plus few collection pages, or any blog posts are totally ripping. And I mean bottom of funnel, you versus competitor. If that's just crushing, keep building links to it. Just keep hammering that. But again, it's probably gonna be homepage and a few 2 or 3 other target collections. Build links accordingly. Determine target pages. We already did that. And then link gap. Link gap. If I'm in position number 1 has, let's say 15 links, and I have 2, my link gap is 13. Okay. All things being equal, right? Assuming I've got good content, good internal linking, all that kind of stuff. All things being equal, I am roughly 13 links away, 13 equivalent-ish or quality links away from catching. Now, if I know my budget is $1,000 and the average link is, let's just say $250 as an example, right? That means I can build 4 links a month to that page, which means if I have to catch 13 links, that'll take me just over 3 months' time. Now, 3 months' time is if I'm just building to that page. I wouldn't recommend building just to that page because that'll just look manipulative with 13 links straight. So you'll need to balance it out, build some to the homepage, assuming it's not the target page we're talking about. And so now the budget's probably more or the timeline's probably more 5 months, right? You build 5 months, $200 budget or $250 per link, $1,000 budget. You could build 20 links in 5 months. Let's say 13 of them go to that target page. The other 7 go to the homepage just to balance it out, make it look more natural. Okay. Again, I'm not saying that's exactly what I would do example wise. It's just a hypothetical, but you just have to balance out your links. You can't just build 13 straight to one page. So figure out your link gap, figure out your budget, plan accordingly. Anyway, link insertions, guest post, tier 2 links. This is the stat I'm running. You can do PR, digital PR, reactive PR. Digital PR is expensive and hard. Reactive PR, less hard, but inconsistent. And quite frankly, link insertions, guest posts, and tier 2 links are more predictable and more scalable, which is why I prefer them. And that's that. Okay. So again, if you're doing SEO from scratch, just refer to this. You don't need all of the other noise. You don't need the 100-point on page checklist. You know how to optimize a page. Just optimize the page. You don't need super in-depth technical audits. You don't need some fancy backlink system that's gonna sneak past Google. Okay. Simple works. I was just talking to some friends today, other SEOs. SEO is not overly complex, right? You understand all of these words intuitively. It's really just doing those same things repeatedly at scale. It's really a system build. It's kind of how successful SEO gets determined. Okay. So doing it from scratch, I encourage you to reflect on this. If you're a brand looking to have someone do this for you, this is how I think. This is how our agency model or our agency strategies get built and how we get you to top page 1. I'm going to stop scrolling like a lunatic now. Anyways, see you guys in the next video and have a good weekend.